Once you complete the training successfully, you all will be able to do it. So today we'll be talking about something that is called routing. So let me just directly go to Cisco Packet Tracer and start doing. Okay. So today I just started the discussion that how you will connect two different devices, whether it is a switch or router. Initially, we used to use the connectors, which is basically using the RJ45 cables and connectors. Now no one is using, in future no one will be connecting. So basically, let me just show you the various cables like LCLC connectors and cables. So this I was talking about. If you look into the connectors, okay, this is how it is. Okay, one side is this. This side is basically connected to that particular switch. So I have shown you the module. So this is the module where this will be getting connected, and this side will be connected to the wall mount patch panel where this will be connected. So this is basically okay switch to mount port, and you are having this kind of connections both side. If it is same, then switch to switch we will be able to connect. So basically we have to do the cladding and other things. So there are different types of connectors are there. This is the we always talk about this LCLC fiber cables. Okay, so normally it is very cheap cost LCLC fiber cables, which will available 300 meters, 300 rupees per meter. So very cheap cost. If you have a 3-meter cable, it will be 900 or 1,000 rupees. But these cables, if you would like to take a little higher version of the cable, which is, for example, more than 10G or more than 1G, 1G plus also, it will be little costlier. Okay. Otherwise, you can get 600 rupees cable starting from 600 rupees. A 600 rupees cable can connect in between two switch or two router. Okay, directly. But otherwise, the fiber cables normally comes with a 12 core. This is one core. Okay, single core. So this is a 2-core connectors. So if you have a 12-core cable, so this cable is basically 6-core. 6-core means just I was showing you the cable, the 6-core cable. So 3 pair of connectors you can drive. Sorry, you can connect. So what basically will any one of you studied Sonnet? Sonnet, SONET. Sonnet. Synchronous optical network. Sonnet is basically such a device. Okay, spelling is okay. So this is how basically it's getting connected. So here, for example, this is two core like that. We will be having connections, and it is optical. Okay, OC, optical multiplexing. All of you know multiplexing. Okay, what is multiplexing and what is demultiplexing? All of you know. Madam is laughing because madam is basically from electronics, so that can be a very good area. Okay, no, it's, people have a comfort zone. Multiplexing, demultiplexing, how the multiplexer devices design and all those things are there. So Sonnet basically works on the multiplexing. So a multiplexer is basically Sonnet is a device, a box where you can have all those connectors, optical fiber connectors, and this and Sonnet will decide whether it is a parallel connection, synchronous connection, asynchronous connection. Okay, so basically it supports both synchronous and asynchronous connection. So this kind of devices are there. So Sonnet is basically a very old technology. Nowadays they don't use this kind of okay. It's like a Hubbard switch. Yeah. So you have a ADM. Okay, ADM is basically you have a regenerator, you have a splitter, regenerator. So all those things where basically it depends on the optical fiber connection. We call it as OC connection. It is called Sonnet SDH, Sonnet hierarchy. In the hierarchy, it says how many means what is the multiplexing, whether it is a 12 is to 1, 4 is to 1. So multiplexing means one cable is basically carrying 12 different connections. So it's I know sorry, I hope all of you have studied Aloha. What is Aloha basically? Aloha is a okay. Aloha is basically providing you with a channel. So channel allocation methods. So in channel allocation method, what is happening? Multiple stations are connecting to a single channel. Now, what is the problem of Aloha? There is no mechanism which can help you to identify who is communicating, and that's why you are having something which came in the market, that is CSMA, carrier sense, multiple access. So you need to sense the carrier, and slowly when this optical fiber and other things came, you have in that device, you know that who is your starting point, who is your ending point, how they generating, how they working. So in data link layer, so it's in L1 devices has all those challenges. So we went to a switching mode and all those things. And we later stages we have done WAN switching. So here when we talk about connections from one network to another network, we have two types of connections. One is WAN switching and routing, of course. So WAN switching is always there when you have intranet. When you have intranet. For example, this is a physical network, another physical network. I would like to connect. So what I will do? It's a WAN switching. Why it is WAN switching? We take help of some third-party applications and we basically go for it. And the first WAN switching technology came with X.25. Then we had different kind of solutions was there. And the first very good solution came into the market, which was very popular. With a serial cable and all, which was basically was frame relay. So you know how frame relay works and why frame relay came into the picture. So for example, this is your device. So it is your DT device, and this is your DT device. Two DT devices are there. So you are asking a third party network to provide you the connectivity from this DT to this DT. So this is you. For example, this is you. This is your friend. This is you, and this is your friend. So what is happening? Both you would like to connect. So you cannot afford to have the connection in between. So you have to ask the third party applications. So if I am using Sonnet, if I am using ATM, there we can have the multiple types of connections. For example, here you can have serial, there you can have optical. But initially, when X.25 and frame relay came, it has to be serial communication. So when you have a serial communication, you ask this device, which will be DC and DT, and from this DC, another DC is there. So this DC, another DC is there. And this is again DC. In between that, this is a WAN switching. This is basically called WAN switching. When you are having WAN switching, so in between, how will identify from this path to this path? You have to, so all the networks are all connected with each other. So how will identify? For example, this is your source. This is your destination. From source to destination, whenever you connect, in case of X.25 or just let me. Whether it is X.25 or whether it is a frame relay or whether it is a ATM or whether it is today's world MPLS, multi-protocol layer switching. You have to create something that is called virtual circuit, VC. You have something called VC, virtual circuit. Why with virtual circuit? The physical circuit will carry with multiplexing so many connections. So for example, this is node 1 and this is node 2. So in the network, you can have node 1 which is connecting with node 2, or also node 3 connecting with node 4. So if the network is connected with node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, how many connections can be established? 4 into 3 by 2, that is 6. So in between N1, N2, N3, N4, 6 connections need to be established. So that's a basic formula, N into N minus 1 by 2. So 6 connections, you have to create 6 virtual circuits. So all those virtual circuits will be having a virtual circuit identifier, and for every virtual circuit, you have to have some mechanism. In frame relay, you are having a frame relay mechanism. Achha, have you ever seen relay race? কি করে বলেন তো রিলে রেসে? একজন দৌড়ায় গিয়ে একজনকে এই ওরা ধরিয়ে দেয়। তো এবার ধরুন 4টে লোক দৌড়াচ্ছে, একজনের হাতে কালো স্টিক, একজনের হাতে লাল স্টিক, একজনের হাতে ধরুন রেড মানে ব্লু স্টিক। What is basically doing? They're having a track, 4 different tracks, and this using this relay, they are completing the marathon. So someone is, for example, 25 kilometers, one is running 3 kilometers, one is running 5 kilometers. একটা পাড়াও আছে, পাড়াও means there is a stage. So these stages are basically, for example, this DC to DT, from there to there. So how many are there, how many connections will be there in between, it depends on the service provider. Go and ask, they will say it's my headache, I'll design the VC. So when you design the VC, you can ask for two types of VC. One is called PVC, permanent virtual circuit. পয়সা দিয়ে বলবে ভাই আমার কিন্তু এতগুলো কানেকশন চাই, if you can provide me, I'll pay it. And that is called switch virtual circuit, SVC. I will tell boss, I don't know what you will do. I want the connection from this end to this end. My connection should not fail. I will give you the money. That's why, that's what we demand for whenever we go for intranet. We demand for this. That we have done it in NSHM, Durgapur and Kolkata long back in 2005. Sorry, long back in 2008. In 2008, we said that, because I don't want anything, I want to have MPLS connection. You have to give me virtual circuit so that my server is there in Durgapur and my ERP solutions should run in Kolkata campus seamlessly, and no one from the outside should able to get connected. So everything, CCTV, everything should be monitored from this head office and this. So you have to connect them. So what you have to do, you have to give them a solution, switch virtual circuit solution. Whatever you give it to, whatever solutions the service provider will give it, that is their headache. I want the connections, so that end-to-end connection will happen. So it look like this is, this device or this particular network is, these both are connected. When they both are connected, just a second. When they both are connected, so in between, this third-party applications or WAN switching help you to do that. So how this frame relay works? We will be having a number 101 connected with 102, 102 is connected to 103, 103 is connected to 104. So this is also, it's called WAN switching. And if you don't have switching, you have something called routing. So that is basically, so CCN is all about routing and switching solution. You have a LAN switching, LAN routing. You have a WAN switching, WAN routing. So previous class, what we are talking about, VLAN, LAN switching. So today we will be talking about WAN switching and routing. So that's basically. You need a DLCA number. I'll show it to you. So you should have, so for every connections, you should have something that is called DLCA number, data link connection identifier. So a virtual circuit from end to end will be having the mapping. So this DLCA number 101 is mapped with 102, 102 is mapped with 103. So like that, end to end mapping will take place. But frame relay, it is a relay race. Means আমার কাজ কি এখান থেকে এই অবধি পৌঁছানো, বাকি আমি যাই না। তবে ওর কাজ কি ফার্দার নিয়ে যাও, এইভাবে কানেকশন করতে করতে পৌঁছে যাবে। স্যার পারমানেন্ট ভার্চুয়াল সার্কিট আমি বলে দেবো, এই কানেকশনটি আমার চাই। সুইচ ভার্চুয়াল সার্কিট মানে, if this link fails, that is the service provider who has to give me backup connection. Virtual circuit, this particular line will be used. If this fails, network fails. No, virtual circuit you have to go for it, because you are taking a intranet connections. You are going for an intranet connection. So I want dedicated. Sir, you can't afford it. From here, for example, this is in Durgapur, this is in Kolkata. At least 300 crores required for a dedicated connection. Can you afford it? 300 কোটি টাকা লাগবে। অত টাকা দিতে পারবেন না, সবাই ইউজ করবে, কিন্তু আপনার জন্য ভার্চুয়ালি ক্রিয়েট করে দিয়েছে। The ISP is giving you virtual circuit. So that's why I said, this is 6 core. They use 100,000 cores. Cables are there. They are using multiplexing. So for you, it is not one signal they are carrying, they are carrying for everyone. For example, দেখবেন যখন আপনি ফাইবার অপটিক্যাল কানেকশন নেন, যে এরিয়াতে আগেকার দিনে যখন সার্ভিস প্রোভাইডার দিত তখন আগে অনেক বেশি চার্জ করতো, এখন কেন হয়ে গেছে, এখন জিপন লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে। জিপন লাগিয়ে কি করে দিয়েছে, একটা কানেকশনকে ওরা 100টা জায়গায় ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করে দিয়েছে। ঠিক আছে, ব্যান্ডউইথটাকে ভার্চুয়াল করে দিয়েছে। আপনাকে এফেক্টিভ ব্যান্ডউইথ বলছে 100, ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু 100 কোনো সময় পাবেন না। হয়তো একবার পাবেন বা মাপলে পাবেন, কিন্তু সবসময় স্টেবল একদম হবে না। ওই জন্য ব্রডব্যান্ড আর লিজ লাইনের পার্থক্য আছে। লিজ লাইন আপনাকে মেপে দেবে, মানে লিজ লাইন ইফ ইট সে দ্যাট আই এম গিভিং ইউ 100 Mbps connection, it will be 100 Mbps connection. But when you are getting broadband, it is shared. BSNL never gives, even lease line BSNL said that we will be giving up to 1 Gbps connection. So you will effectively sometimes get 700, 100, 200 if there is a traffic, because that connection bandwidth everything is open for all. But whenever you are using a dedicated connection, যখন এই ডেডিকেটেড কানেকশন ইউজ করবেন পার্মানেন্ট ভার্চুয়াল সার্কিট, দেখবেন দুটো কানেকশন দেয়, একটা হচ্ছে মেন লিঙ্ক, ফার্স্ট লিঙ্ক, অ্যান্ড ওয়ান ইজ ব্যাকআপ লিঙ্ক, রিং করে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ করে দেবো, কিন্তু ফিক্স করে দিলাম, ফিক্স করে মেপে দিলাম, ম্যাপিং করে দিলাম। ফ্রেম মিলে এক ধরনের ম্যাপিং, এটিএম এক ধরনের ম্যাপিং। ফ্রেম মিলে অনলি সাপোর্ট সিরিয়াল, okay, and the serial cables. So beyond serial cables, when you have one side RJ45 connectors and all, one side BNC connectors and all, in between ATM was very popular because it supports optical fiber, it supports every type of connection. MPLS is saying, why boss you wanted to use all those backend, use all fiber? প্রচুর ড্রব্যাক আছে, প্রচুর। না 90% হয় না, 70, max to max 70. The throughput is maximum in the industry 78, something like that. So anyway, that's a different issue altogether. So let me show you this circuit. Okay. So before that, I would like to show you that end-to-end connect. Router to router connection or switch to switch connection by fiber optical cable. How I'm going to do it. So it is visible, means my screen and all, everything is visible, right? Sir, yeah, দেখছেন? Very good. So what I'm trying to tell you is, so for example, I'm taking 2911 router. So what I'm doing here is, go to the physical mode. Here I have to attach a module. Okay, that module I have to attach. For example, this switch had a module. So that module in router it is not there. So our router you have to attach. That is, this is called SFP module. So you can go and search in the internet that SFP modules. Okay. So depending on the speed, the price changes. SFP module for, you have to specify a device. Module for Sophos or 2900 switch, 60 switch. It is the SFP module. Okay. This module you have to connect. This module you have to have. You can see that module is there. This is exactly the same switch. I have shown it to you. So this is the module. So what you have to do, you have to take that, okay, take that connector and you have to keep it inside. এটা আমি এক্ষুনি করলাম, দুটো সুইচের দুদিকে এটাকে লাগালাম, এখানে আমি লাগাবো। কিভাবে লাগাবো? I am taking that SMD and connecting it. ঠিক আছে, এভাবে নিয়ে ওটাকে প্লাগ করে দিলাম। আমি আবার HWAC 2T নিচ্ছি, দুটো অনেকগুলো নিয়ে নিলাম আর কি, এমনি মেরি মার্জি, যা খুশি করো, পয়সা তো লাগছে না, যেই পয়সা চাইবে তখন আর করবো না। If it is asking money, I will not do. It's a free of cost packet tracer, যা খুশি করতে পারি। দুটো রাউটারকে আমি কানেক্ট করে দিলাম। So how I'm going to connect this to router is basically changing the name. I suppose it is starting. Yes, changing the name. This is router 1. And this is router 2. So when I'm connecting these two devices, I made two modules. One is optical fiber, another one is serial cable. So please understand, in serial cable, one should be connection which will start, actually it's called DCE, and someone is a terminating equipment, that is called DTE. So whenever you are connecting, whenever you are taking the connection, one side you have to take it as a DCE and another side you have to take it as a DT, and there you have to set the clock pulse. So the DC will decide at what clock pulse it will work. সুতরাং ডিসি ডিটি কি কি ফ্লিপ ফ্লপ ইউজ করে না কি ইউজ করে, হুইচ টাইপ অফ ফ্লিপ ফ্লপ? মানে এটা কি ফ্লিপ ফ্লপ সার্কিট না সত্যি জিজ্ঞেস করছি, আমিও ঠিক জানি না। এমনি ক্লক প্লাস পালস সিগনালে ফ্লিপ ফ্লপ সার্কিট ইউজ হয়, বাট এটা কি ইউজ করে আমি অনেক জায়গায় মানে কোয়েশ্চেনটা ফেস করেছি, আমি জাস্ট জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম ডিসি ডিটি যখন when they communicate, is it a means a pulse? For example, I decide that it will be 10,000 megahertz. So is it the clock pulse is generated by D flip flop or JK flip flop or maybe some other thing, right? Means how the clock pulse is initiated. দেখে বলবেন তো, ঠিক আছে? I just wanted to know because people old version of switches, somewhere I studied that someone is using JK flip flop, D flip flop, but that was in 1993 when this circuit was came. Now they don't rely on flip flop. Flip flop circuit is not, I think, not a very good circuit for communication, right? Flip flop was a very old communication. Now what is latest after flip flop কি এসছে? No, but it used na basically to মানে ইয়ে করতে তো ট্রিগার করতে তো লাগে, shape the path, হ্যাঁ shape the path of the clock, but DC DT তে কি ইউজ হয়? Modes of communication, but how I'll switch from serial to parallel? Is it no? I'm just asking the background architecture. Is it a flip flop circuit or no? But controller generator কি আছে? Flip flop না? But generatorটা কি সার্কিট ইউজ করছে মানে হোয়াট ইলেকট্রিক? না সেটা চিপটার ডিজাইনটা মানে কি আর্কিটেকচারটা সেটা ইউজ করছে? Yes, someone is supporting parallel, someone is serial. This is a serial cable. So how I detect serial cable? Huh. 3 or 2. Because people ask means what is the circuit theory behind that? Okay. No, I'm just, it is my confusion. That's why I asked. Lots of things are there. But it is a microcontroller, na? No, this is a microcontroller circuit, na? Okay. Okay. So, no, means why basically I need to set the clock pulse? Means, for example, if I don't set the clock pulse, the signal will not generate. Control the communication, yes. No, basically for other communication, if you are sending a data and transmitting and receiving data, you don't require any clock circuit, na? No, but there are other synchronous communication also, na, where you don't have clock pulse. No. My question is, if it is clock pulse, then only it will be synchronous. It's not true because, yeah, it is a trigger different. Here it is somewhat okay. Anyway, so, সেটাই আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম। হ্যাঁ, ডিটি ডিসি কমিউনিকেশনকে সিঙ্ক্রোনাইজ করার জন্য, কিন্তু কিন্তু সিঙ্ক্রোনাইজেশন করে আমি কেন করব সিঙ্ক্রোনাইজেশন? মানে আমি আমি বলছি সিরিয়াল কেবিলে ছাড়াও বাকি যে সিঙ্ক্রোনাস কমিউনিকেশন হয় সেখানে কিন্তু ক্লক পালস জেনারেট করে না, বাট এখানে আমি ক্লক পালসটা বাদছি কেন? কোয়েশ্চেনটা কেন কেন আর কি সার্কিট থিওরি থেকে হয়? এনিওয়ে, আই উইল ডিসকাস দ্যাট লেটার বিকজ it will be taking it in a different direction, but this question was there in my mind for a long time, because that's why I asked you, because you have done it. সিনক্রোনাস মানে হচ্ছে, ধরুন আমি আমি আপনি কথা বলছি, ঠিক আছে, এবার আমি আপনার সঙ্গে কথা বলার পর সিনক্রোনাস হলো, তারপর ওনার সঙ্গে কথা বলছি। আর অ্যাসিনক্রোনাস হলো আমি আপনার সঙ্গে একবার কথা বললাম, ওনার সঙ্গে মাঝপথে কথা বললাম, ওনার সঙ্গে মাঝপথে কথা বললাম, অ্যাসিনক্রোনাস। আর প্যারালাল মানে কি, আমার দুটো চ্যানেল আছে, আমি একটা একটা হাত দিয়ে আসলে হ্যান্ডশেক করছি, এটা হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যান্ডশেক করছি, এটা হচ্ছে প্যারালাল। হুম, প্যারালালি দুটো চ্যানেলকে প্যারালাল। না না, আমি চ্যানেলটাকে যখন মাল্টিপ্লেক্সিং করি, টাইম ডিভিশন মাল্টিপ্লেক্সিং বা এসডিএম, আমি প্যারালাল কমিউনিকেশন যখন করি, দুটো দুটো মানে no, but in between, for example, if it is four channel, so parallel four channels, it will take parallel, na, parallelly. No, there you have a synchronous, asynchronous, isochronous. No, this part is little more about electronics. So I think Madam will be better to explain that. Anyway, I'm just leaving that part. Here, actually, what happens? There are a lot of uh, না না, ডিসিডিডি নেই বলছি তো, কিন্তু আগে ছিল। আগে ছিল, কেন ছিল সেটাই জানার ইচ্ছা আমার, বড় ইচ্ছে, কারণ সবাই জিজ্ঞেস করে কেন আগে, কেন আগে ছিল আননেসারিলি। আমি when I'm using a frame relay circuit, why I used to, মানে for example, if for example four switches, four routers are there, right? Router 1 to router 2. Here in DC I am setting 96,000. Here I am setting 12800. So is it, what it is supporting? This port is DC, this port is DT, this port is DC, this port is DT. So here you are setting the pulse 96,000 hertz. Here you are setting the pulse 128,000 hertz. So this is different. How then communication is supporting? So I get a lot of questions. No, you can actually discuss that later. So a lot of people ask. I don't have a question. Seriously, I don't have an answer for that. Why in frame relay people in the same virtual circuit using different clock pulse, okay, and it is communicating. So why I need to set the clock pulse and what is the role? This is why I need to set, because the device does not support. That's why here I am taking it to 96,000. Here I am taking it to 128,000. But why there is a misparity and how the communication takes place? So I have still the concept, the confusion in the concept. So later, ma'am, you can actually, if you come tomorrow or something, any day you can ask the gathering, because here I am having the confusion. So madam can actually answer, because madam has done some, something with that DCDT. Madam can actually tell this. So this is signal systems. So I'm not very good at signal systems. If you guys can actually, study it and all, they can tell you. But here I'm telling you, when I'm communicating from router 1 to router 2, I can connect with three types of cable, that is cross cable, serial cable, or optical fiber cable. The optical fiber cable is basically ক্রস কেবল, রাউটার টু রাউটার এখন ইউজ করতে হয়, কিন্তু কেউ ইউজ করে না। কেউ, মানে আজ অব্দি আমি কাউকে দেখিনি মানে ক্রস কেবল ইউজ করতে। So these are the two different connections. This is basically fiber cable, fiber connections. This is basically serial connections. Believe me, for this connection, whenever you are using frame relay, you have to use this connection, serial cable. Frame relay doesn't support this. If you are going for MPLS, this will support. ATM support both, but we don't have any switcher router which support ATM. So these are the WAN technology where WAN technology means whenever we are connecting. So in WAN link, you are having, okay, in WAN link you can have data link layer connection where frame relay and all this is okay. Basically, in a WAN, it is not doing routing. It is a data link layer connectivity where X.25 frame relay and all those things are there. So when you design intranet, all those tunneling you do. Okay. But when I'm basically going for a routing, what is routing? Why I need to have a routing? So today I will be most majorly focused on routing. Okay. Before I start routing, let me just tell you few things. So first and foremost, next week onwards, I will be activating all the chapter exams because this is a trainer program. I would request all of you to go to netacad.com and activate your profile. If you have not done, tomorrow is the time. I will see because once this link will be okay, once this link will be deactivated, there will be problem. Yes. পুরোটাই করুন, নতুনটা আমি ডিলিট করবো। কালকে আমি ওটা বসবো, বসে হ্যাঁ মানে আই উইল জাস্ট ফিল্টার ইট আউট। যারা যারা করছে তাদেরটা রাখবো, যারা যারা করছে তাদেরটা কালকে বসে ডিলিট করে দেবো আপনার সঙ্গে একবার, কালকে ওটা করে দেবো, কারণ নাহলে আমি কনফিউশন করছি আর কি। না, লগ ইন করার পর আই এম লার্নিং এ সিট বিকজ ইউ হ্যাভ টু অ্যাক্টিভ মিনস গো টু netacad.com. In netacad.com you go to I am learning tab. In I am learning tab CCNA1 is there. So even though we are giving a training, but physics, okay, but to get yourself activated, you have to complete 3 modules. That is CCNA 1, 2, and 3. I do not know how much I can cover because I have already started. This routing is a part of CCNA 2. So I have already completed CCNA 1. So I'll give you some assignment so that you can go and practice out because IPv4 and IPv6, a lot of assignments are there. I have already actually shared that assignments with you. I think 656 zip file I have given. The first zip file was containing all the PPTs. Those who teach CCNA, PPTs are there. Second is packet tracer activities. Third one is some assignment, Word file and both Word file and okay PDF file. I would request you to complete all the assignments. And all assignments are there. It's a huge book. The course is very huge because you have seen that syllabus, each and every topic itself a chapter. So Sarah shared the entire okay topics and syllabus with you. CCNA is a good means good volume, and beyond that CCNA, network security, so many things are there. It's depending on you how much you would like to do. The advantage of this is once you complete this all the courses, you become a certified trainer. Please understand. You will be able to, like I have created a class, you will be able to create a class. Okay, but once you give a training to others, they will not be able to create a class because this is a train the trainer program. So I will onboard you as a trainer. So this training is basically high value training because I will onboard you as a trainer. Once you complete it, okay, I will write to Cisco and make you as a trainer. The advantage is we want this academy, Cisco Networking Academy should start, and that's why we need to tell you that you all complete that okay CCNA course so that you become a CCNA trainer. So after that also there are other courses. See, Cisco Networking Academy has lot of courses, lots of. You have Java, you have C, C++, Python, data science, AIML, generative AI, prompt engineering, Linux, advanced Linux. These all courses are free of cost because that's not their flagship programs. They have their flagship programs, which for that you need to have that in-person training. That's the CCNA, CCNP, CCNA Security, CCNA CyberOps, DevOps. Okay, then REST API, JSON, network programming. There are a lot of highly paid courses. We started with CCNA. So if you are interested in future, I can take some sessions and make you trainer as well because I happens to be certified trainer for all courses in Cisco. Spend a lot of time with them, so it I become a certified trainer. So this can be helpful for you because there are in India there are a lot of academies where they have this certification program they would like to run. The advantage is that once you become a trainer, you can also tell your students to be means to complete this academic certification, and they can be able to, all the pre-final year students will be able to sit for the placement activity. All those who are BCA, BSc, BCom, diploma, everyone. Package is different. So that's why I want all of you become a trainer and ask your students to be certified. Sorry, to complete the course and sit for that all those internship, all those placement activities, because that's good for, because that's a very tough process. The selection is only 2%, but once you do it, if students can do it, at least they'll be having a little bit of industrial flavor, because this is not a conventional Frozen or Tannenbaum book syllabus. This is little extra, and you can explore it because we are only teaching the very basics part. CCNA has lot many things. I don't know from next week how much classes I can take. From Monday again I cannot take the class. Tomorrow I will be doing a recap and I'll try to find out some time, because you all know that classes are starting from 7, SIP and all those things started. So eventually I'm not getting time to deliver much. So I would request all of you to complete that. There. Skill for all both. No, Skill for all is coming to NetAcad. So they started Skill for all as a testing platform. By August 2025, all the Skill for all course will be visible to NetAcad. So if you go to I am teaching, I am learning, you can have self-enroll courses. If you want, I can also help you out to do it. The merging process is going on by August 2025, because they started Skill for All, Cisco Networking Academy, part of the Networking Academy. That's a project one. That's a project Skill for All. Project Skill for All, they started as a it's a pilot program. So Skill for all the courses are there, but eventually every company like Amazon, Cisco, everyone is moving towards AI. So since they are moving towards AI, they are bringing a lot of data science and AI courses, which can be helpful to you. But that's all free, of course. On this margin, they are giving a lot of training sessions. You can attend. You can attend. I attend sometimes. Because there is a see. I can tell you, if you go to NetAcad, there is something called IPD. Every fortnight they are having IPD. That is Instruction Professional Development Courses. So these IPD courses, sir can float it. Okay, that you will be getting a mail once you become an instructor that these are new courses which are coming. Please go and attend the training. Once you become a trainer or instructor, it is there that you update yourself. So there is a forum IPD. You can go and find out. I used to take a lot of sessions on IPD. The CCNA wireless, I had 8 sessions of lectures. When they launched the cyber security, okay, I was the one who started voluntarily, doing the courses. I was the one who started Bangla lectures in that IPD, but eventually there was very less crowd and they stopped it. In 2012 to 15, I had taken 8 to 9 Bangla sessions. You go and find out there is a Bangla, but they have removed because they wanted to close it off. Till COVID, all the Bangla classes was there, but since actually the space is required. A lot of videos are unnecessarily lying and there is a zero hit. It's very bad for me. My videos were zero hit. Even I had a Hindi session in EIGRP. It was a very huge hit. 3 lakhs people saw that video. So anyway, means all those videos are very popular, made by different instructors. This is the instructor trainers. They go and, like me, they can go and contribute. You can also write to them and contribute to the forum, but there is a right way to contribute to the forum, because if you feel that new topics has come and you can contribute, you can always do and contribute. But only you have to use Cisco Packet Tracer. There are some videos posted with GNS3 and other things. They eventually deleted the video. You cannot use because there's a proprietary thing. Anyway, so I am only talking you about, because once you wanted to become instructor, complete the courses. Next week I'll activate all the chapter exams. So you have to complete all the chapter exams, and one day I'll ask everyone to come and complete the final exam. So final exams will be active for 2-3 hours. So you have to find out that which day you wanted to give, because it will be activated once and you have to get all our exams. You can do multiple attempts, but final exam single attempt 80% marks you have to score to get yourself certified. Okay, that's the thing, because see, that's the process to become an instructor. That's the process by which you can become a Cisco Networking Academy instructor. So that's why that instructor exam আছে, হ্যাঁ, all modules you have a final exam. আর সেটা মানে ইন পার্সন বসে দিতে হবে, মানে ধরুন বললে আজকে সবাই দেবো, অ্যাক্টিভেট করে দিলাম, বসে ওয়ান শটে দিয়ে 80% থেকে উঠতে হবে। ওকে, so then only you will become an instructor. You are, come on, you are going to become a Cisco certified instructor, so something will be there na? The final exam for each module, so you have to complete three exams, so you have to pass three exams with 80% marks. CCNA 1, 2, 3, all the three modules, final exams you have to pass with 80%. That's the rule. Then only you will be become an instructor. It can be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You tell me how much time I'll set that accordingly. It is again in my hand that how much time. I think 50 to 60. Same question though. All will be having same question. All will be having same question paper. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I will not be doing any invigilation there. On the day we will be giving the exam, I will not be doing any invigilation. I want everyone to become instructor, because see, initially when we passed, there were a lot of restrictions, but now, huh? Simulation, MCQ. হ্যাঁ, কিছু কিছু থাকে কিন্তু কেউ আর ওটা পড়ে দেখে না, ও জানে এটা 2, এটা 3, এটা 4, পড়েও দেখে না ওটা, ওটাকে কিছু করেও না। হ্যাঁ, সিসিএন এর দাম পাওয়া যায়, হ্যাঁ, সবাই দাম পড়ে বলে এটা এটা অপশন এ, কেউ পড়েও দেখে না ওখানে কি লেখা আছে। রেফার টু দ্য এক্সিবিট, টু রাউটার্স আর কমিউনিকেটিং ইন দ্য কমিউনিকেশন, someone have this packet failed, what are the reasons why the packet has failed. Four option number 1, the IP address is not matching, sorry, the network is not matching for IP addresses, the line protocol is down, so everyone know line protocol is down, tick, go. Okay, what are the 3 different options? Line protocol is down, IP address is not matching, okay, and the cable is not matching. Okay, next. Everyone knows. সো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে সিসিএন এর পরীক্ষা এভাবে পাস করে, লোকে পড়েও দেখে না, মানে এরা বছর বছর ধরে পাস করছে। গ্লোবালটাও এটাও সব একই রকম, ওই একই টাইপ, সব গ্লোবাল লোকাল সব, কেউ পড়ে দেখে না, সব ডাম্প দিয়ে পাস করে, সব নেটে পাওয়া যায়, জানে ওই ওই 1A, মানে এরকম হয়েছিল আমি বলতাম আচ্ছা এটা 1A, আচ্ছা এটা বি, এটা সি, মানে যখন আমি প্রচুর করাতাম, মানে হ্যাঁ আমি বহুবার দিয়েছি মানে অনেককে বলেছি আর কি, ওর দূর থেকে সি সি সি, ওটা ডি ডি ডি। So, so passing, no, no, and believe me, passing certification exam does not make you qualified to become a trainer, does not qualify you to make you become an industry ready person. Because everyone means I have cleared CCNA, CCNP with dumps, I have cleared OCP, OCM with dumps, I have cleared PMP with dumps, I have cleared MCSE, MCSD with dumps. Only Red Hat Linux I could not manage to do it with dumps because I had to know the tricks. So only exams Red Hat Linux, because you have to know. I had a copy, so I used to write, okay, this is the tricks. So there is a magic trick by which you can get into that. Once you know the trick, it is very easy to. All exams, certification exams, you should know. Like in CCNP global exam, you are having 4 simulators, so you should know. You have to write the code there. One is SCL, one is routing, one is switching, one is VTP. So you have to know actually, how to configure. So the configuration is always available in the internet, and everyone knows actually. They practice and go. Okay. Because these are very tricky questions. If you see CCNP's T-shoot, they are having 10 troubleshoot. They give a ticket. See what happens in network industry when you have problems. Okay, I used to work for Randstad, and there we have a ticketing system. So clients, that's why CCNP, you have to be CCNP certified to become sit in the dashboard. So they generate ticket. So from through Cisco that comes to you. So you should provide a solution seeing on the ticket only. Okay, that solution you have to do it remotely. So, so, so that's the system actually. That's why this CCNP T-shoot is there. That's the ticketing system. So from that problem, you will be able to give a solutions. You cannot have that router and switch in your hand. So only the ticket is generated. Once you have problems, go to the help desk, generate the tickets, seeing the ticket, you have to give the solutions. And you have to take that device remotely and okay, provide the solution. So exactly that particular thing is simulated in CCNP T-shoot exam. Okay. I think they have stopped all those things. Initially, T-shoot exam is very challenging. I got 100 out of 1000 out of 1000 in that T-shoot exam once. Yeah, it's very easy. If you know how to do that. So that's a very easy exam as I have seen. 987 I scored in CCNA. Yeah, the passing percentage is actually 90% in global actually, you know. Hmm? Okay. I got 987 and I got T-shoot 1000 out of 1000. So I got just pass in CCNP switch. Once I failed, second time I failed. Yeah, one is ACL, very common, but I have to check because I give all the exams till 2019. Post 19, before COVID, I did all. So after that, I didn't actually. I'm not. I can say that it's under hold actually. My status is under hold. That's why I'm telling complete the exam any day. If I don't actually complete, I, the the credentials may go off any day. Cisco can take it because they have given me till December 2024. I send a request to the global desk, please, because see since 1998, so it's a huge journey, na. So I can request them so many times. হ্যাঁ না না এখন একটু একটু চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে এনিওয়ে সো লেট মি টেল ইউ কেন ওকে great so now sorry but the recording is having because if my device it was recording so anyway no that's a very common thing is I can say because that's not a very unparliamentary thing I'm telling anyway so once I'm having router 1 and router 2 and if I so I'm just designing a topology I'm telling you that I'm having two networks R1 is basically connected to 192.168.1.0 network and this is connected with 192.168.2.0 network okay and this one is basically WAN link. Let me tell you in WAN link I need only two IP addresses. So I always go for 10.0.0.0/30. I will be always preferring 30. So let me design this topology and here what is happening every router when they are connected to networks it will generate something that is called routing table. So in the routing table what is happening in the routing table only two networks are there. This is the one network, this is the one network. So router 1 only understands these two networks. And router 2 only understands these two networks. But router 1, okay, this network is okay undiscovered. It's not yet there. And for router 2, this network is undiscovered. So router 1 doesn't understand this network. So what you have to do? You have to configure routing. You don't have default routing, you have to configure routing. So when you configure routing, okay, when you configure routing, what you have to do, you have to take any particular routing mechanism to do routing. So can anyone tell me what is the difference between routing and netting? I'm giving a scenario. For example, this is a router. Okay. For example, this is a router. This is connected to ISP. Okay. And router 1 is connected to your LAN, 3 LAN, LAN 1, LAN 2, and LAN 3. You wanted to give the internet connection to LAN 1, LAN 2, and LAN 3. What you have to do? You are having LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3 connected with router 1. This is a default routing, and router 1 is connected to ISP. When router 1 is connected to ISP, so it is having an internet connection. Then you want that router 1, okay, connected to ISP, so router 1 is having internet. I want that every LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3 should get an internet connection. It's a very, very common problem, you know. You are having a router which is connected to internet, and when it is connected to internet, that got the internet connection. But when you connect the routers with the LAN, you are not getting internet connection. So what do you do actually? You have to do a mechanism so that public IP and private IP there should be mapped. So it is a private network, that is a public network. There should be mapping in between private and public network. Even if you do routing, it will never work. You have to do NATing. NATing is a process of translating, okay, the public network, okay, addresses to a public, okay. So you have a public network, so private network will not get an internet connection until unless private network, the IP addresses to be converted or mapped with a public IP address. So there comes, you have a NATing concept. If you don't have a NATing concept, you still have a concept that you take a server. So when I joined Neotia University, they had a router, very high-end router. They had entire campus which is there in the network. They had a ISP, and here they had a firewall. But they used to use a server which used to act as a proxy server. রাউটারের প্রয়োজন আছে না, রাউটিং করছে তো, নেটিং করছে না, নেটিং কে করছে প্রক্সি সার্ভার. So please understand what is happening. What was happening the day I joined Neotia University? They joined Neotia University, they had a router cost, okay, something around 10 lakhs. They had ISP which provided you a router which was again some cost is involved. They had a switch which was 3 lakhs, but they are using 10,000 rupees PC to give you a proxy server. I said, what you are doing? The internet. I said, how? So what is happening? Each and every device, they went to their browser, write the address of a proxy server, and port number, whatever it is. So IP address and port number, and they are very serious. Sir, we are using very uncommon port, 8080. Normally people use 80, I use sir 8080. I said, okay, very good, great. The first day, my impression, great. Now, who told you this? Sir, it was configured in the year 2003 with an advanced server. Okay. So this is 2023, what you are doing? So this is configured from a long back. I didn't want to do any changes. I said, okay, great. I will do the changes. Thank you very much. So the story changed after that.
Was that the only purpose of getting the internet?
Only purpose. It's not required, na. So I was very surprised why they are using a technology which is a Microsoft ISA server on 2003 advanced server and saying we are using advanced server. I said, no one is using, this is obsolete in the market. Why are you using? I said, sir, no sir, we are using proxy server. Whoever wants to use, first day they said that I wanted to give you a proxy server address with a very secure port 8080. I said, use internet. I said, no, I don't want your proxy server. I said, then how will connect to internet? I will my headache. Go. First day he came, I was sitting next to Sutama ma'am. He came, sir, I will give you internet. I don't want internet from you. I said, I don't want internet from you. That guy came and went off. I said, thank you very much. Now how will do? I'll do. I took that module, connected to that. Then I did a tunneling and netting and started using internet. Everyone else, her price, her internet aa raha hai, mera to nahi aa raha hai. I am a smart guy. I know how to do it. You have an internet connection in ISP, you have a routing, but some fools are telling you to connect to ISP, okay, using a proxy server because they had a proxy server in the network. I said, I don't want proxy server. Why you want to do? Tell me the network, I'll do the netting. Okay. Because either you have to use auto netting feature. Okay. So what I did, I came with a Wi-Fi device. I put it next to that server. I connected and connected my LAN to that and connected the fiber optical cable and started using internet. Very good connection. I, immediately they are getting 10 Mbps, I am getting 100 Mbps. I have downloaded, I think so many videos, a lot of videos I was downloading. 1 hour I have downloaded a video and they are using almost 6 months. They could not download that file probably. So out of surprise, someone told me how you are doing. Then they okay, sir, कल से आप ITV देखना चालू कर दीजिए. So the basic problem is you have to know how to get connected to internet. How you manage your network is a very basic things, but you need to know how routing takes place, how you managing your WAN link, how you are managing your networks. See, in Heritage, they had a Sophos which was a little problem, and I just told do one thing. That time there was a novel network long back. I said, okay, you activate a novel network and do one thing. You use a proxy server that is a Squid. There was a very high-end server that with a two LAN card, one LAN can connect to novel network, and there you connect because there was some configuration through novel network was required because every user has some authentication. So novel network that particular device was providing the authentication, and this Squid was basically providing you the restrictions because I don't want you to get into all the sites. So it's fair enough. So if you wanted to use some devices or server which works as a firewall, no issues. That can be additional device, additional server in the network, but you don't require a proxy server, okay, to get connected to internet. Sorry, okay. So why you need a proxy server? Probably the proxy server can be used for some restrictions because but now no one uses proxy server. They attach with the router some web sense. If you wanted to do, you get free web sense, attach it to that and redirect the packet through that. You need to router that this is the one, and nowadays a lot of technology has done. They use SD-WAN and other things because you have VPNs and other concepts because everyone is having the work from home mode. So that's how you have to configure. So basically, when you wanted to connect to ISP, very simple concept, you have to configure NAT. And when you have configured NAT and if you wanted to block something, you have additional thing that is ACL. Sir, আমি ভিডিও দুটো পাঠিয়েছিলাম দেখেছেন কালকে ওই ACL আর okay, anyway, I will just share this because last time we prepared some, I took some sessions with my Neotia students as I've shared with her. Anyway, so ACL and NATing is basically required for doing all this internet connection, and ACL will provide you the filtering. For example, ACL is not a very good filter, let me tell you, because ACL will restrict the protocols, but if you are smart enough, you can always change the port. It's not that I have changed the port to 80 to 8080. So best way of blocking any website or other things is WebSense, because even Sophos and all, it doesn't block unnecessarily block so many additional protocols because the hardware firewall is not a very robust tool for web filtering. So web filtering has a different purpose. So when you look for filtering of the networks, you can so firewall is a device. Okay, instead of when you connect router with firewall is used for netting and other purpose. Firewall can be used. Okay, netting and all, and then itself AutoNet feature is there in every firewall. But with that, you can also have some zone alarm restrictions and other things. But I will say, না পাবো না তো ফায়ারওয়ালে বলছি but the other things like anti-spyware, anti-malware, antivirus, total security solutions, like WebSense means web address blocking, and all those features, even though the basic flavor is there in firewall, all those devices hardware firewall, but that firewall is not a true sense firewall because all those application layer, because firewall should work in application layer, but this is a L3 devices. How will provide because see, you are using L3 switch and you are telling that my applications will be blocked. No, it's not actually. It's not application layer device. Extra feature, I'll get extra feature, but I cannot block all application layer things. Huh. হুম, হুম। সেটা পারবেন না, সেটা ফায়ারওয়ালে পারবেন না। পালো আল্টোতে করা যায়, ওটা একটা অ্যাডিশনাল টুল আছে। পালো আল্টোতে করা যায়, সিসকোতে করতে পারবেন না। That is the reason Cisco is a very failure firewall. The Cisco cannot do. Next gen firewall like 14, 14 is a very good firewall. Sophos is not a very successful one. আছে অনেক অনেক টুলস আছে, you can use. Okay, anyway, so let me design a topology and design that. Okay, here what I was trying to tell you,